like a touchdown. Play, really no bust down. Try to take my chain, I'ma bust down. Bust down, seal up, bust down, break it down, bust down, bust down. 30, 50, 100, I'm down. I keep pile. Yeah, it's my decker. Draw six like PlayStation. Like station. Can't keep my weight. My impatient. Whoa. Remix in the basement, in the den, in the kitchen. Post 3 times 10. Hurricane chopper, a baby. Got weed like Sinead. Throwing them like Luda. I'm older like a. I pass it like a. Excuse me. My feet down here. Cold with it like Martin. Break it down.
Good evening from Toyota Center. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for takeoff.
And Ed, the Rockets are flying high. They keep feeding the beard or feeding the streets. Either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. The New Orleans Pelicans control the tap. Holiday, they go down to Davis. Old school, backs his man down for the basket. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
They go down low to Randall. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Gordon with it, trailing by 4. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
New Orleans has it. Drew Holiday here against Harden. To Davis. Not that time. Hall with it up top. Down just a couple. To Harden. Here comes the screen. James Harden. The screen sets him up for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Trying to cash in. It's Capella who clears the rebound. Hall into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Harden. Jay, what's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy, but also I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
And he finishes at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there for 3. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
The follow won't go either.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Knocked loose. It's Pelicans ball. E'Twaun Moore sizing up Eric Gordon. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Holiday controls the basketball. The score 10-8. To Julius Randle. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Paul to Harden. Here's a chance from long range with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Time to shuffle things up. Chance for Chris Paul. And Randle right there to take in the rebound. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores. Nice move, Jay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Harden. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Don't. Just disrespectful.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? So the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
To Holiday. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Ooh, Chris Paul. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Rivers. You've got to get that one to go. To Holiday. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Holiday at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Got it. Harden into the front court. He'll run the offense. Anthony Davis with the block. Pelicans basketball. Randall lobs it up. Sizing up the defense. Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in 3-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a 2-point shot relevant these days.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip.
Coming right back to you.
Paul to Capella. Paul. That one off the mark. It's no good. Clint Capella. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
They'll get it down to Davis. The monster stuff. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Oh, driving, but he can't connect.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Houston takes over. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul. And the rebound comes down to New Orleans. Holiday in possession. Lead is 2. Down to Randall. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
To Capella. To Harden. Fires the 3. Not getting the bounce. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. It's James Harden once again. Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Johnson to Davis. P.J. Tucker tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Goes to the left side. To Davis, down low. Anthony Davis. 3 for 6 now. Harden in possession. Margins 8. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Gordon shoots, can't connect. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Pelicans have the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Pelicans are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Rockets were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten in the double digits yet.
Game track. Field goals.
The New Orleans Pelicans are keeping things simple, just making their shots. Easier said than done, of course, but it doesn't take an expert to know shooting more successfully than your opponents translates into wins.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Harden has it up the floor.
Here we go.
To Paul. And count the basket inside.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
To Stanley Johnson. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup, with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Paul to Capella. The shot denied by Okafor.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
From the painted area, won't go down. Harden with it up top. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. And he'll head to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. And scores. Strong take.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Houston with the basketball. To P.J. Tucker. Capella. Oh, had him going there for a second. Has a look. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Drew Holiday here against Harden. Drew Holiday. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Paul to Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Pelicans have it. P.J. Tucker sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Gordon with it. Down 8. Paul. To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And he hits.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Paul. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Two-point shot for James Harden. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
New Orleans will take it up. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Harden. Pelicans have the rebound. Julius Randle. Capella's on him. Holiday. Down low to Okafor. The pass set it all up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Harden with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. To Capella. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Holiday to the basket, but his shot stays out. Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. And count the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's a big finish.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
And now Houston has the basketball. Harden to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Kenneth Fareed swats it. Corner 3 at the buzzer. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. That ends the third quarter. It's been all Pelicans so far. It's the Pelicans with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Harden in possession. His guys trail by 10. Nothing going here on that drive. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Short jumper won't go down. Kenneth Fareed pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Clint Capella looking good. 4 for 5.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
New Orleans going to take it up. To Davis. And he'll go to the foul line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First free throw is good.
For the Houston Rockets, number 3, Chris Paul. And number 10,
beats them both.
Good shot, good shot.
Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense to Harden. They get it down to Paul. Layup goes down. Well done.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Nothing going here on that drive. Can't miss those. Clint Capella snatching it out of the air. Paul across the timeline. The deficit is 6.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Shot from the lane won't go. Screen coming. Julius Randle rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Julius Randle. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Paul. To the basket is Harden, but his shot's no good. Sets him up, flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Holiday. Gets a look. Can't hit. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Harden to Paul. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Gets it in the left corner. Ferocious slam inside.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
With a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Holiday to Davis. They go down low to Randle. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
No basket.
Paul to Fareed. They get it down to Paul. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Pelicans have the basketball. To Holiday. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Harden buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And they'll foul their man intentionally. So the clock is stopped with 11 seconds to play.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three.
So we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Harden. Yes.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
The Pelicans will take the timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. The quarter comes to an end, and it's deadlocked, all tied up. All right, here we go. Overtime underway. To Capella. Down to Fareed. Almost. Unlucky bounce.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Fareed. Nice pass to get things going.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Won't go. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Harden. Probing the defense. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden shoots. Doesn't get the bounce. To Holiday. To Davis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Julius Randle trying to cash in on the three-point play. 71% for his career. Can convert the free throw. Paul with it up top. Down 2. Down low, Capella. Oh, big finish at the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
New Orleans has it. Nothing going here on that drive. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Harden into the front court. They trail by 2. Paul. Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Julius Randle. Davis. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kenneth Faried at the line for 2 shots. A career 65% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. It's Pelicans ball. Drew Holiday. Harden's on him. Has a chance. And the rebound's grabbed by Faried. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Harden to Paul. Scooped up. Going the other way. Stuffs it down with authority.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Harden in possession. Down just a couple. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Short jumper won't fall. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there, 4-3.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Count it, no and one. There was some contact there.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Harden.
I got your help.
To Paul. Shot won't go. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul. And now they'll get the intentional foul. Free throws coming up with 15 seconds to go. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game.
We've added 4 items to our team shops, including the fan favorite throwback jerseys. Get one for yourself before they're all gone.
Harden. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. That stops the clock with 11 seconds to go as they apply the intentional foul. First one, count it. Two for two on that trip. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game.
Parents in the crowd, have you considered enrolling your son or daughter in one of our summer basketball camps? Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Short jumper misses. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Good shot.
Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win it in overtime. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pelicans needed extra minutes to get the victory. Teams showed their heart in the extra minutes, and it was clearly on display in this matchup. What a great game. It was definitely a thriller. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Rockets are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Houston Rockets. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.